What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Joshua Martin, and today I'm going to be showing you a little bit behind the scenes of my latest film, music video, Simple Things by Evin Nazya. So let's jump right into it. So originally, my first concept was to have these beautiful static shots, some shots that have some nice slow push-ins, directly in the middle composition, that flowed with these graphical elements that came on screen with some of the lyrics. And due to time and my impatientness to get something done, I realized I was a little bit more complicated than I wanted it. So I listened again and again to Evin's music, and she is a YouTuber as well. She does these daily vlogs for just talking about his college life. And so it dawned on me, like, just literally, no pun intended, simple, just make things simple, right? Dumb it down and just make it a beautiful imagery, but then add elements of her personality into the videos. But if you watch the video, there's a lot of just simple movements, simple shots, very organic. I shot these on the anamorphics, SLRmagic anamorphics on my Gh5, but we'll get into that soon. And I cut in between some very precious moments that she wanted in the video of her vlogs, because that is that's her personality. And if you listen to the lyrics, that's all she's really wanting, is to have people that she loves around her, continue to do the things that she loves, learning, growing as an artist, as a person. So that was pretty much infused into this video, into this music video, which I think showcased her personality a little bit more and showcased her talent, because I really like some of these shots, and we're going to get to that right about now. So let's talk about gear that I used. So like I said, this was actually before I sold my Gh5. This was the last project I created before I switched over to the Blackmagic Pocket. And actually, I'm going to go over here, and let's actually go through the day, and let me show you some of this. So you see, I was rocking the Easy Rig, and the reason why I did that, because I built up this rig. Hello, Koa. I built up this rig, and here he comes. Love you too. I'm making a video right now, buddy. So let me get to a better shot of this. So as you can see, let me make this bigger. I was rocking the Admiral Shogun on top. I have a Anton Bauer V-mount battery here. And then I have, of course, my glass. So this entire rig, I put a cheese plate on top so I can just have my handle in front, and that allowed me to clamp on the Easy Rig to it. And I just kind of balanced it sideways with my backhand and kind of guiding it that way. And this, I'm sure this weighed at least 10 pounds. And so I could have handheld it, but I really want to learn more how really utilize the Easy Rig, because I don't shoot a lot with it. This was pretty much my first extensive day using Easy Rigs. It was really getting it to have the right feeling. I feel like I overdid a little bit of the shots, but for the most part, I was liking what I was getting. As you can see here, I really wasn't, can I get a better shot? I wasn't using the anamorphic mode for Gh5. And I think, if I remember correctly, the reason why is that when shooting in the 4K mode, anamorphic mode, I think it only shoots 200 megabits per second. And I was like, well, I wanted to utilize more data, because I knew I was going to try to push the Gh5 in some very interesting lighting situations. And we'll get to lighting soon. So I shot in the 4K DCI mode, and I just used my croppers to frame it how I needed it. So I was filming on the 50 anamorphic, and I cropped it to 2:4, 2.40 ratio as my output. So and I don't think I made it clear. The reason why I did it this way, because I wanted the 4K 400 megabits per second. That I wanted that high quality. We filmed this in my office, and so if you see my office on Instagram, you know I have a black wall. But what we did, I put a linen cloth on my window coming in to kind of just soften that light a little bit more and just kind of have a warmer tone. The cloth that we used was like a tannish cloth, so that allowed the color temperature to change, because it stays quite blue in my office. There's white walls and a black wall, so I wanted to just warm it up because of the green and her skin. And but I didn't add fill, and so there's a lot of things I learned just technically and lighting wise. I didn't add fill. I let her side that I'll shoot on fall into the shadow, and for the most part it worked in some instances. Other instances I can tell where the camera struggled to see into that lower light, and so yeah, that's something I'll keep in mind moving forward. So that was the first location, really, and then the second location, which had majority of the stuff, which were probably my favorite shots. I keep looking up here because my screen's up here, but the camera's here. My favorite shots were outside, and so shout out to Heidi for doing all the behind the scenes, and she did some shots too as well. So this was supposed to be a tripod shot. There's a lockdown. There's my wife. She wasn't feeling that great, but she was a trooper. Let's see. So I really like this concept I've been seeing around. It's been around for some time now, but showing that industrial look, having the background and the pose be exposed to show it. I wish I had just had different clips. We had these orange kind of clips here. You can see was kind of distracting because I forgot to take out one in the last shot, but it worked, and it was a nice breeze that day too. And so eventually we just let that cloth kind of just float in the flap in the air, and so I think that brought a nice texture. And Evin being pretty fun. She's great. She was great to work with. So that's basically that setup there. And we all gelled. Like, we all had a great time, which is really important to me. Obviously, with my big ass smile there. Again, with the Easy Rig, I really liked using it. Once I figured out the balance, it still wasn't as balanced because this was the first version. The cheapest version. So the weight, I think I maxed out its weight capacity in terms of holding it. But in operation, man, I just clicked and I was just rolling. Some really beautiful light coming from behind. And again, I can kind of insert some of the finished shots that I really enjoyed. I just love the texture that these lenses give. And so these anamorphics are probably my favorite cheaper anamorphics to use. I've had them for a year now. I think they look stunning in most cases. And I've learned how to get around some of the quirks, like the blue flare. It can be very strong, and people always say, "Oh, that's too sci-fi." Look, if you just start using a piece of glass, you'll understand the glass, and so you'll avoid certain things, so you won't get that look. And I feel like I haven't mastered these lenses yet, but I've definitely know how to film with them, basically. And so right now I'm testing the 35 on the Blackmagic, and that's going to come out in a later video. But no, I've really enjoyed it. The 50s probably was my favorite focal length on the Gh5. I do plan on making more music videos in the future. I really enjoyed the process. I love music and I love creating stories within it. I definitely want to push my skill set. So yeah, I just want to give you guys some of that insight, some of that behind the scenes. Nothing too serious. We shot this in 2 days. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, go ahead and head over to the rest of my videos. It's Simple Things by Evin Nazya. Shout out to Evin. You're great to work with. Shout out to Evie, my wife, and Heidi for doing all the behind the scenes and just helping me when I needed it. So until then, catch you guys on the next one. Peace.